Hi. Sorry, opening a Capri Sun. Did you know that 1996 it's a year of the rat? Did you know?
Can I open this up?
What I think of when I hear the word rat?
No, I was about to put
Something that spreads diseases. And someone that's a snitch. Or, yeah. The rat. 1996.
I was about to lose this paper.
I'm sorry. It's broken. Next time. Okay? So anyways. I had an associate who invited me to go to her church. I hadn't gone to church in like 2 weeks. And I was like, oh, I'm thinking about going back to church. And then in my head, I was thinking, and this is why you need to know, because the devil is real. So anyways, I was listening to her and I was like, yeah, I'm off Sunday. She's like, oh yeah, well, are you off usually on this, and this? And she started being really weird and asking me questions about my schedule and being nosy, asking me how much I made, just being nosy, you know? So I was like, let me take a step back, because this chick don't know me like that. Like, I'm very kind and I'm sweet, but I'm also real and raw, and you don't want what's coming to you. Because like I said, I don't even need to do anything. So I'm just like taking it all in. And I'm like, Lord, you better handle your girl. So before the Gangsta Alex even came out, I was just observing her because she was giving me NVI.
The dog is out.
First of all, he's fine.
Okay.
NVI. Anyway, so that's basically evil eye to me. When you're wanting what I have or comparing yourself to me, you should be whole in yourself and love yourself and know that I love you, period. Don't start, oh, well, maybe she's... Don't start projecting on me. I'm not the one, baby. Not the one. So, I knew it was Sunday in the next 2 days because it was Friday. So, I was like, still contemplating what I was going to do because I was like, I don't want to be rude, but if this girl's on some rat shit, then, you know, I'm a horse. I'm free, wild. I don't need nobody. You know, I'm independent. I have spirit as my source, and I just go. Okay? If we're going to do off of Chinese astrology, that was what was brought up to me. I wasn't even looking up Chinese astrology. I don't really know too much about it. But when God speaks to me to bring it to my attention, he'll bring it to my attention somehow. And that's how he brought this to my attention. He was like, hey, remember she was typing in 96 because 96 was her birth year? And I'm like, yeah, what about it, Lord? He was like, why don't you look up the Chinese calendar? I'm like, Chinese calendar for what? 96? What does that even need to mean? And I looked, and it's the year of the rat. So I was like, okay, you telling me she's a rat? If you're telling me she's a rat, but she's inviting me to church. See, Satan's going to use whoever he wants to. I was like, Lord, what do you want me to do? You want me to go back to the church that I missed 2 weeks of? That's my church? I started watching Stargirl, and Stargirl is on Disney, in case you're wondering and you want to watch it for yourself. I think it was really good. We were watching Stargirl, and she was, in essence, different, unique. And in it, she basically does kind things without people needing to know it was her. She's quirky, fun, different, and she's kind and generous. And she follows her intuition, her innermost compass. And it just reminded me of myself because of how I feel in spaces full of people. I feel so different. But I'm not sad. I'm still happy. Like, Stargirl might have been different, But she was okay being different because she was herself. And she was true to herself. And then I saw characters in there, and they reminded me of these characters that were in church. And so the Lord used this movie to translate to me basically what was going on and where I needed to go. So I ended up going to the church. And in Stargirl, there's this show that the two gentlemen have. They invite Stargirl to be on their show called The Hot Seat, where they ask her questions and they want to just, pick her brain. And so when I went into church, it wasn't a regular church service. He basically wanted people to read scriptures or come up and say a word or give a testimony. In essence, he was calling them up to the hot seat, the pulpit, so that they could hear a word from the Holy Spirit. And basically the songs were singing about experiencing the Holy Spirit. And I did it. I went up to the hot seat and gave my testimony over this movie and over me coming to church because the Lord wanted me to. And he used people in this church to deliver that message to me so that I would come here. And I knew that from that point on that was going to be my church. So I'm super happy. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking. I'm happy I have a sense of community, and I'm happy I went. There were so many kind faces. It's not just about showing up to church every Sunday. It's about doing what God has called us to do. And if on one Sunday he's saying, hey, I don't want you to go to church here. I want you to go to the park, and I want you to pray for people. And I want you to be, I want you to drive here, and I want you to sing this here, He may call you to different places to do different things, and it's our job to have our eyes open and our heart open, ready to receive him, so that way he can use us the way that he wants to use us, and he can speak to us the way he wants to speak to us. I literally am obsessed with the Lord. I will look to him for everything, and literally for everything. I said I find his word in everything, I was trying to say. And then I read this, and it says Kool Aid Jammers, and I literally just read the the word Kool Aid, and he is a Kool Aid. Okay, aid is what, like a sidekick. Aid is like to help, right? He helps me on a daily basis make the best decisions for my life. I left there feeling happier, less questions on my mind, and more home. I feel more home. I feel more found. I feel more heard. I feel more seen. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting. What a Kool Aid he is. All right. That's enough jabbering. 9 minutes and 6 seconds. Goodbye.